Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Observation about the money and status men. Now, I'm not going to say the looks, money, and status because, that's a general thing. And I'm not really too far in agreement off with the looks people. It's just some minor stuff with them. And even then, my biggest thing is all of them work with a woman. It's just always, my feeling has always been, and I've stated this since my very first YouTube video, if you got sex appeal, that trumps all of that. But all that stuff still work. And then even the looks thing, I don't really argue with that too much. I know some people say it don't matter and all that. Yeah, they matter, but it don't matter 100%. I'll put it like that. A woman's still going to take a man's looks into consideration. And the money and status. Now, here's my observation about the money and status, man. Not that I say they wrong. It's going to get you some play. It's just a question of the type of play. It'll get you that transactional sex, definitely. But it ain't going to get you her emotion, which is the most important thing. If you don't get a woman's emotions, you can't take her seriously. You can get her body. Women get their bodies away, really. Despite what they try to tell you otherwise, they'll give their bodies away, But, if you get that emotional connection, and they don't get that with the money and status folks. But this ain't about that and how effective that is. This is the observation I've made about the money and status folks. Okay, if you have this belief system that says if you get money and status, then you get women. And regardless of what Rom think and talk about transactional stuff, if you really believe that, how come you ain't working to get there? Because I noticed that the guys who say, well, if I just had some money, and okay, that's a good thing. What are you doing to get money? What are you doing to get status? Are you getting an education to get that money and status? Are you working on that rap album or that book or something? Are you going to business seminars to learn how to flip some houses to get money and status? That's what kills me. That's what killed me when I see the people who talk about it the most. Like, it's funny. The people who do talk, I know some dudes who flip houses. I know some dudes making money off the stock market. I know some cats making some real money. It's funny. They don't never talk about it in terms of actually getting a woman. They just like the woman is literally the commercial to their main program. So they don't even be talking about it. But you get these cats on here and they will say, yeah, it's just looks, money, and status. And, they might talk about changing their looks and stuff. I understand that. Hitting the gym or even getting plastic surgery. I get that. But I'm like, well, it's actually easier. It's actually easier to make money. You got more control over it. Because even with plastic surgery, yeah, you can tell them something. You can tell them, but you still don't know if it'll work. Reference my last podcast about good-looking men still get tested. But the thing is, I'm like, okay, if this your belief system, is it really your belief system? Because to me, if I'm a person and I think, well, I need money and status to get a woman, man, my ass studying, probably be practicing in a whole different profession now if I honestly believe that. For anybody who's really checked my background, they'll know what I'm talking about. I'll be in a totally different profession now if I honestly believe that. But that's me. I don't honestly believe that, but you get some people who do. They say, well, if I just have money, I can get that fine woman. Okay, what you doing? Have you applied for another job? You working on that job where you barely making it or is minimum wage? Are you trying to? If you work in fast food, are you trying to work hard around there so you can make it up to manager and then maybe get into some training program? To become a franchise owner? Are you saving your money so you can get a franchise? Are you doing something to increase your money and status? And that's what I don't see. I don't see how you believe this, but you ain't doing anything to change it. You just complaining about it. What are you doing about it? And yeah, you'll get, you know what? And it could be a case where you ain't trying to settle down. You don't really care about if a woman's emotionally connected to you. You just want sex every now and then. You just want sex with a fine woman. You don't need a connection to her. In fact, you ain't paying her to have sex, you paying her to leave. Okay, you know what? If that's how you want to live, fine, but what are you doing to get there? And I'm dead serious. I see, because I check out some people's videos and all they doing is complaining. And even the looks thing, let me jump in there. I didn't say I was going to get into that, and that wasn't really a part of this, but the looks thing. You got people complaining but won't set foot in the gym. They either overweight, won't step foot in the gym to get that off when they know it's an issue and it affects your face. Or they underweight and they ain't trying to put on any muscles. And trust me, you put on muscles either way, it actually affects your face. Or they ain't trying to do anything there. So that's one thing, just the looks part. You can actually change your looks. But shit. Are you going to sit there, you working an ordinary job, and you're like, oh, these women want it. But I'm going to tell you what the real deal is. Yeah, the dudes, they can talk about the looks, the money, the status, all of that shit. But the real deal is they just want to complain. And it's a couple things with that. And I'm going to say, I don't give a fuck who I piss off. Because if you got a problem with something, you do something about it. Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck who get mad. Talking about, well, they this or that. Well, do something about it if you really think you need some money to get women. You really believe that. You think you ain't getting women because of the money. Well, shit, what you doing? You working a part-time job trying to stack your paper? You get out there and do something about it. You change your status. If you thinking, well, if I'm a millionaire or something, well, shit. How much shit you studying? They got so much stuff. You can go to a guy. If you got a library card, you can go get some books on business, millionaire mindsets, book biographies of successful people. In fact, there's a show on the Discovery Channel I got to check out. I think it's called Undercover Billionaire. And I think the premise is a billionaire got to go undercover, I guess start from zero and figure out how to develop $1 million business in 90 days. Yeah, I need to watch that shit. So I'm like, okay, you watching? Are you trying? If you trying there, I mean, shit, a billionaire status. At the very least, a billionaire has some pretty kids, even if the woman don't care about him. You might have to tolerate her dealing with the pool boy or something, but just be like, as long as you wear condoms with that dude, I mean, you can get all that, so work towards it if that's what you really believe. But see, too many dudes, and I was about to get into this, too many dudes, they deep down, and they don't even think they realize it, deep down, they want some woman to feel sorry for them. Or they want the women to change how they choose it. And this shit probably ain't gonna happen. And I've actually talked to women. People follow me on my women's channel. I talked to them about just really opening up their minds. I don't even try to get them to really change. I just say, look, just open it up. Still have some standards, but, look at some of the guys you're overlooking who probably got the shit that you want. But other than that, the women ain't gonna feel sorry for you. Pity sex don't work for a lot of people, and that's all you asking for. You like asking that woman, to ignore that, one, she ain't find you physically attractive. Two, that money you got ain't impressing her, or you don't have that status. And you asking her to forget all that, and you getting mad like they gonna change up. I'm like, nah. Because that's my whole thing. If you really believe that, if you really believe about money and status, well, shit, you need to be figuring out a way to make money, right? And in fact, I want y'all to make money. I would say, shit, yeah, go ahead and make some money and figure out that ain't it either. Or shit, you might, like I said, you might not want any emotional connection or anything or family. Shit, you might just want some ass. There's some dudes out there that promote tricking. That's on them, not my thing, but so. And, that's just my observation. It's easy to say something, but then what are you doing about it? So anyway, that's all I got for now. I'll talk to you later. Peace and blessings.